What it is, what it was, what it is, what it does. It's your boy Lean Trucker, back with another.
Why you sleeping on us? Why you sleeping on us? No cap, we gon' have to make them believe us.
Welcome into the video. If you're returning, appreciate you guys for rocking with me. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Everybody, hit that like button. Share these videos if they help anybody. Help me grow as well. You know, like button help me grow. Sharing the videos help me grow if they can help you or anybody else. What I typically make content revolving around is having your own truck. I have my own authority, flatbed, Dallas-Fort Worth area. And I'm also into the health and fitness side. You know, look at. I'm gonna ride this bike in a minute. So let's go get on into the video. The biggest challenge that I've had, and it's been kind of throughout, with having your own authority. It's a fairly easy one for me. Like I said, there are others, but the biggest one is finances. Managing your finances, having your own authority, it's really not that easy. There are challenges within it. The reason for this is because your expenses, you do have a good number of expenses, and they keep coming. And your money, typically doing your own authority, that may be different. Like when I was leasing on, my money was pretty consistent, you know, with what I was doing. And what I was doing was gas. Loved doing it. But the money was pretty consistent as far as I knew what I could count on. When you start doing your own authority, it gets a little iffy. Depending on how you want to run, that is. Like if you want to run cross country, which I didn't, maybe it's not as inconsistent, but I'm telling you, my experience with it overall, when you first start anyway, your first years at least, it's very inconsistent. I'm in year 6, so I'm way more consistent now than actually I'm probably the most consistent now than I've ever been. But that has a lot to do with connections, you know, just getting to, know people, make connections and stuff like that. That way you can acquire loads that way. But yeah, the reason why, get back to the topic of the video, the reason why managing the money has been the biggest challenge is because you have, like, okay, insurance, for example. Number one, it's a yearly thing, right? First of all, you're paying monthly, but it's a yearly thing and it's expensive. So you going from, like, some people, my first year was $3,500. I don't know what that was. It was $3,500 down, and roughly $1,000 a month. For some other people, I've heard as high as $6,000 down, and this is just one truck. $6,000 down and over $2,000 a month. So you got that keep coming. And then, like I say, your work can be very inconsistent. So you put those two together, that's a problem. If you got a truck, no, that keep coming every single month. So you got that. Every year you got $2,290. That's like typically like $500. It's something else, top of my head, not really there. But all this become a challenge because, oh yeah, of course you got fuel. You know, that's a weekly expense, minimum. It's a weekly expense. So you constantly know you got these bills coming. We're not talking about the normal bills you're gonna have, home bills, you know, whatever that looks like, car notes, insurance, car insurance, you know, all those bills, cell phone bills, all the other kind of bills you have in life on top of the bills that you have that come with your own authority. Managing your money can be very difficult because there are some weeks you can make, depending on how you want to run. Let's say I stay local, but let's say you're going to run over the road. Over the road, average numbers, okay? Don't hold me to this. Be transparent. I don't go over the road, but I talk to plenty enough people, and I got an average. Average from different people have kind of confirmed this. You can gross. That's a key word here. Gross, because I even mentioned some of the other expenses like a factoring company that charge you money to get your money. If you don't know what a factoring company is, I can link a video coming down below. I answer that question. But 5 to 7 grand, right, on average, if you're doing that. Sounds like a lot of money. Honestly, it can be a lot of money. But for some of those people, you spending over $1,000 a week in diesel, I just mentioned some people truck notes. Oh my. It can range from $1,000 a month to, if you get you a brand new truck, you could be looking at $4,000 a month. Okay, so on a weekly basis, let's go on that high end. That's another $1,000 a week. So between that diesel expense, the truck note expense, we're not talking tires. See, this is another thing. Like, you gotta get PMs it's gonna depend on different people, but the normal recommendation is like 12 to 15, every 12 to 15,000 miles, you need to get a PM. That's gonna range between $350 and $500 or so. So you got these expenses that it's like they're always coming, because remember, you have to deal with all the expenses that come with your truck. I just said PMs, but you got tires blowing. Anything that happen with it, you blow a hose, you get stuck on the side of the road, you gotta get a tow truck. So you gotta be prepared for all these things. And so that's why when it comes down to managing your money, obviously the best thing to do is to get you a maintenance fund and stack that up. But I'm saying if you just get started out, you don't have all these luxuries, managing your money, as you can imagine, get very difficult, because you just got so many expenses coming. And then what I just mentioned a while ago, the unknown expenses. When something happens with your truck, you got to spend money for that. Truck parts, then you down when you got to get it fixed, of course, take it to the shop, don't work. So with that, your money is very sporadic. That I just told you, on average 5,000 to 7,000 a week if you're over the road. What happens when you got to miss 3-4 days? So you just got to be, in my opinion, to have your own authority, you need to be capable of doing a good job of managing your money, or you will run out of business. Just being honest, I'm not, I'm typically, in my opinion, like more on the positive side, the positive guy, but I also try to be honest with it. You will run out. That's been my biggest challenge. Is if any of you guys got your own authority. When I say guys, I'm talking about guys and girls, because there are women who do this thing as well. Comment down below, just to help other people. What's been your biggest challenge? That's been mine, all right? So now I'm finna hop off, y'all. I'm finna go catch this bike ride. I'm finna go roll. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Keep it in mind. Stay on the grind, one day at a time. Salute.